It will always happen. I goofed. I cheated. I had too much peanut butter because I couldn't put the spoon down. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to be discussing the best way to end a diet. A lot of people have been asking, should you reverse diet? How should I do this reverse diet? How do I go about doing it? I'm going to answer all those questions, explain to you exactly what you should do once the diet is over. Because trust me, almost everyone in the world has dieted at some point. Many of you have reached your goals. And then once you're there, now what? What do you do? Before I get into that, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm just telling you what I think and what I do. And if this information should help you, then that's awesome. Click the subscribe button and the bell button to get notified. Do it right now, early on here, because I want you to watch more of my stuff. Because half the time you ask me, can you do a video on this? And I've already covered the video. I have almost 400 videos. Start watching some of my videos. I haven't been just doing this for a week. It's been months, okay? Watch all the videos. All right, so what in the hell is this reverse diet? I'm so friggin' sick of the term that it's just driving me insane. So a reverse diet is basically, you go on this calorie-restricted diet, say it's 1,500 calories a day. Your diet's over, whether it was to go down south, wedding, vacation, photo shoot, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. After it's over, well, you can't diet forever. You'd eventually be dead. Maybe you're lean bulking. Maybe you don't need to diet anymore. Whatever. A reverse diet would be a slow, gradual, consistent increase in caloric intake weekly, so that it hopefully allows your metabolism to catch up with you. I'm going to tell you why it is a stupid notion, a stupid idea, and why 98% of you will not be able to do it. And so if it's going to fail in 98% of you, why in the world would one promote something that you have a 2% chance of success? That is stupid, okay? I'm not here to give you stupid information and advice. I'm here to tell you what to do. So, for example, if you've been eating 1,500 calories a day and starving yourself, you just did Miss Fitness, girlfriend, best boyfriend show, whatever, best bod contest. Now it's over and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to get fat. So you don't just go crazy and eat everything. You go on this reverse diet of adding in, say it's 50 calories a day. Let's go. For the first week, I'm reverse dieting. I'm going to add 50 calories a day to my plan. A, you don't know what 50 calories is. Nobody does. No one knows. Fitness tracker does. No, it doesn't. You write it in, it's wrong. It spits out information, it's wrong. You read a package and it says each slice of bread has 140 calories. You weigh the bread and it's wrong. The bread weighs more than it said on the package. So if you think you're adding 50 calories a day, you are not. You might have added 30 one day, you might have added 150 one day. You're just not gonna know. It's too difficult, way too difficult. Okay, so the next problem is, well, how do you know how much energy expenditure you're doing? You add 50 calories a day. Let's assume you even could do that. All right. Well, what if today you went on a 60-minute walk extra that you didn't do the other days? Well, now you're in a deficit. So you thought you were slowly adding calories, but you actually just burnt off more. Then guess what happens? It will always happen. I goofed. I cheated. I had too much peanut butter because I couldn't put the spoon down. I went out and my friend bought me some chocolates and I couldn't refuse them. Somebody bought me a glass of wine and I couldn't say no. So you think you're reverse dieting 6 days straight. Let's say you're perfect. You're in that 2% that could do it. The 7th day comes and you binge because it's bound to happen. It just screwed up the whole reverse diet thing in the first place. It is not going to work, ever. It will never work. You will never be able to track this accurately. I don't care how many fitness pals you have. I don't know how many people you've coached. I don't care how accurately you know how to add up the information. You will not be able to do it. 2 different steaks, they look the same. They have different calories. You eat the same amount. There's no way you can do it. And the amount of discipline required to calculate every last freaking macro when you're not even on a diet is absolutely insane. So, it doesn't work. So I'm telling you, do not reverse diet. Does that mean just go all in and binge? No. This is what you do. Eat the fewest amount of calories that you can that still gives you the energy to feel okay. The fewest, the least, the lowest amount. Maybe one day, say you're on that 1,500 calorie diet. It's over. The day after, celebration time, family. Oh, let's celebrate. You just won the Mr. Olympia. Everyone brings you chocolates and brownies. You might have 6,000 calories that next day. Well, the reverse diet sure ain't going to work. So then what happens? Eat the fewest calories to give you energy. So then the next day you only eat 900 calories because, well, you ate so much that day. The next day you don't need any. The next day you eat 1,400. Why? Because you're still living off those 6,000 you had the 2 days before. Slowly, you just eat the least amount that you can. You don't binge. You try to avoid all this extra crap and extra junk. It's very simple. The fewest calories that you can eat. What about cardio? You should be doing less cardio than you were. If you're trying to put on muscle after this diet's done, you should be able to do less cardio. Don't cut it to 0. My advice, whatever you were doing, do half. If you were doing 60 minutes a day, do 30. If you're doing 3 hours a day, do 90. That way, it's a beneficial amount for everyone. It gives you an idea. You don't go cold turkey, no more cardio. You just cut it in half. Half the cardio. What does that mean? Well, you're going to burn off a lot less calories. So does that mean you have to actually eat more? Maybe not. The 1,500 calorie diet that you had, if you were doing 3 hours of cardio a day on it, and now you're doing an hour and a half of cardio, you might not even need to eat more. You might slowly gain weight by eating the same amount of nutrients. It's as simple as that. So don't go all in, don't binge, eat the fewest amount of calories possible. What about protein stuff? Every single rule of building muscle still applies. 5 protein meals a day, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You don't need more. Can you have more? Yes. All good. Meals separated by, say, at least 3 to 5 hours in that range. Can you intermittent fast? Can you skip meals? Can you do vegan? Can you do keto? You can do any diet you want. The calories is what's going to dictate if you lose the weight or gain the weight. I'm saying for optimal muscle growth, 5 meals a day with protein. For optimal muscle growth, better to not go vegan. Vegan, you can, it's just harder. Some vegan gain BS moron tried to debate with me, and he was like, no, it's not harder to get protein if you're not eating meat. It's easy. It's the same easy. How is it the same easy? If there's 40 jugs of protein and the only ones you're allowed to choose are the ones that say vegan on it, it's harder. You have one choice. Vegan. You can't have the one with the meat. Now, what about food? It's harder. If you can't eat chicken, fish, meat, all this, there's whole sections of the grocery store you have to avoid. It's harder to get the protein amino acids you need because you're eliminating choices. It's like saying, I want to get dressed up for winter because winter's coming. Well, Greg, you're not allowed to buy jackets, snow pants, snowshoes, and so on. And so I'm like, well, it's going to be harder for me to stay warm. Can I? Yes. I go into another store that sells thick sweaters and I buy 2 or 3 of them and so on. It's still harder. It's not the same hard. It's just stupid comments. And all these cherry-picked studies. You guys can go and pick any stupid study you want to say whatever you freaking want to believe. You and your grade 9 education, grade 12 education, PhD education. Doesn't matter how smart you are, how educated you are. If you don't know how to analyze a friggin' research article to see the biases inherently inside of that article and to know that you can't just assume certain things based on the results. You can't. And you can't prove cause and effect all the time. And just because it's a meta-analysis doesn't mean it's going to say exactly what you want and that whatever it says is the truth and it has to be. It just doesn't. I could go into so many examples, but I just don't have the time or the patience. I'm competing in a week and a half. I just can't deal with all the morons. There's just too many morons, okay? So sticking to this, do not reverse diet. Eat less calories, the less calories you can to have energy. By having energy, I mean you need to be able to feel good. You need to be able to go to the gym and train hard. You need to not feel absolutely starving. So if one day that means you need 3,000 calories, you need 3,000 calories. It doesn't matter if you're eating 1,500 before. You eat the least amount of calories and go up. Now, is your metabolism going to go up? Yes. Does that mean it's like some magic metabolism? No. Does that mean the laws of thermodynamics change? No. When you eat more, the thermic effect of food is going to increase. That means you're burning more calories from eating the food. Doesn't mean your metabolism's magically faster. But also, when you eat more, you have more energy. When you have more energy, you can rant more and move more when you make YouTube videos. That burns more calories. When you have no energy and you speak like this because it's peak week and I just don't have energy because I'm on a keto diet for 3 days and boy, this sucks. I just can't wait to compete. You burn a lot less calories when you have no energy than when you have energy. That's why fat burners burn calories. People are like, well, fat burners do this and that. They don't like just magically burn calories. If it gives you energy and you move more and you train harder and it suppresses your appetite and you eat less, you burn more fat. That's how it works. Or maybe it dehydrates you. You sweat more and you lose more water, okay? So, take-home message. Do not reverse diet in a counting calories sense. Every week I'll add 10 calories to my diet for the next 6 months. And in 6 months from now, I'll be shredded still, but I'll have this fast metabolism because my body's gradually getting used to these extra calories. It doesn't work like that. So eat the least you can, get the least fat you can, but have the energy to train. Every one of us is different. I might hold well at 12%. You might hold well at 32%. That's just genetics, okay? Some people can walk around at 6% body fat and have energy year-round. I cannot. I'm under 6% body fat, and I'm always tired. I rarely have a good amount of energy that I want. Yeah, I still train, and I still go hard, but compared to how I could if I was like eating more, not even close, guys. Okay? So I'm going to end this here. GregDoucette.com is my coaching business. That's the website to go to. Follow me, Instagram, Greg Doucette IFBB Pro. Also, bloop video up here to watch, one there. Please watch one of these videos, write a comment, like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, do all kinds of stuff. Get the swoosh notified bell button. I am out.